Hi, how's it going? Jackson here. Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for Tuesday the 30th of September. As always, timecodes will be in the description if you want to jump ahead to one endeavour in particular. I just did like a small video on it, but I also just want to mention here, with the Golden Pursuit about to end, the pledges for today for both servers is Spindle Clutch 2 and Difrost Keep, which are two options at the bottom here. So you can maybe, like, if you just need a few more, you might be able to get pledges, group dungeons, and these two here done. If you just need a few more, just consider that if you're interested in getting the 50 keys, because it's a fair bit of keys. All right, so onto endeavors themselves. This set is pretty easy. I would avoid Battlegrounds with a Guildmate. It's going to be much more unreliable than the other options here. Lawbook, Vampires, Healing with Scribe Skills, really easy, and Enchanting isn't too bad either. So I'll start with the Lawbook, really easy. You want to come to this house here. It's usually where you find Phelan Demery to get a free house. So what you want to do is just head inside this house. This way shrine is unlocked by default, so everybody's got easy access to this. As soon as you create a character, you can come here. So just go into this building here. Just read this bookshelf, and you're done. So any like readable material counts as a Lawbook in this game for the Endeavor. But yeah, that's, as far as I'm aware, one of the quickest things to find just straight from a way shrine. If you have a book in your house, like one of those placeable furnishing book items from the library furnishings, they also count. So if you're in your house, straight away just take a read of one of those, and then you can do the rest of the stuff. But yeah, really easy endeavor, this one. Alright, second option, healing with Scribe Skills. So you need two things to be able to do this endeavor reliably. Well, at all, really. So you need something that will remove your health, just a source of like health removing. It can be through a skill or through like enemies. And you need a Scribe skill with a healing component. So let me go through the options here. So the easiest thing to get healing-wise is you need to complete the first quest, the second era of scribing, in the scribing quest line. After that, you'll get access to the Wing of the Indrik quest. Completing the Wing of the Indrik, it takes probably 30 minutes. You just have to do it on one character, and then with the Wield Soul skill, you'll have Healing, Stage's Remedy, and then you just need to get one of these that you can access as well. I think you start with the Resolve. Even if you don't have Vitality, you can just use Resolve, but Vitality is the best because it increases your healing received, which actually impacts your ability to heal yourself. So yeah, this is the combination I'd use, or Druid's Resurgence. Depends. If you're a Nightblade, I like Stage's Remedy, for reasons that I'll get to in a second. Yeah, this is usually the easy one to get your hands on. However, my absolute favorite, and honestly like the best one for this, is Banner Bearer, either with a Vampirism skill or using the Immobilize focus script. So what Immobilize does, if I can go into here, so Immobilize costs stamina and health to keep up. But what you can do is at the same time have Sage's Remedy, because with Banner Bearer, this just heals you constantly. So while you have this skill active with Immobilize and Sage's Remedy, it will deal damage to you and heal you. So you can just press a button, walk off, do your own thing, and this skill will do everything for you. So yeah, it's just an AFK method. But if not, there are other ways you can do it. So Restore Resources is usually what I use if I have it. If not, just use anything else. It doesn't matter. The important thing is Sage's Remedy. This is the thing you never want to change. And yeah, it doesn't matter here. Just use whatever's available, and make that a skill. Now, if you don't have Immobilize, but you're a vampire, go to your vampire skill line, get Blood Frenzy, and put this on the bar alongside Banner Bearer. I'll show you why. So Support, Restorative Banner. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to activate both. So Vampirism takes off health, and the Banner Bearer with Sage's Remedy gives me back health. So you can see now it's actually having an impact. So it is a little slow doing this method, but yeah, it's just a surefire way. Now, there are other skills if you don't have access to Vampirism, if you want to remove your own health. Nightblades are great. because the siphoning skill line, siphoning attacks, this converts health into missing resources. So while you use resources to heal yourself, you use health to get your resources back. So it's a symbiotic process with the scribing skills that will heal you. So that's what I would suggest using as like a direct ability, something to use alongside this if you want to make it even quicker. And then the other option, if you don't have a Nightblade higher level, is Blood Altar. This is very easy to get and just takes away health. It doesn't give you resources back. That's the only reason I suggest siphoning attacks if you can get it. But this one here, what you want to do to get Blood Altar is, quickest way, go to Glenumbra, go to the Wayshrine here, travel to Rosier Line. On the ground floor where this icon is, there'll be a NPC with a quest. You just talk to that NPC and accept it. It's like an orc woman. It will give you the one of the Undaunted quests. I don't know if I have it. No, I don't. What it will do is it will unlock the Undaunted skill line, and you unlock Blood Altar immediately on doing that. You don't have to complete the quest. You just accept the quest, start it, and that's it. So yeah, either of those works well. And if push comes to shove, you don't have any of these, just go with your scribing skill to like a public dungeon or a group dungeon. Just get the enemies to attack you, or maybe when you're doing vampires, let them hurt you a fair bit and just use your scribing skill to heal you, and that can also work. But these are the simpler ways, because if you have these skills set up, as soon as you log in, you can just chuck them on and do this quickly, and then go about the rest of your dailies very easily. So I'll link all the scripts used for this one in the description. Same with the Healing Soul, but this is the main one that's like a bit more complicated. I'll also sorry. Let me explain. So if you need Immobilize, in order to get it, you need to complete the Major Skill daily quest, the ones that you go to public dungeons and loot a chest. If you want Vitality, which you use with the other skill, Wield Soul. Vitality, you need to complete one of the other... You basically need to complete the quest line for scribing, and then you go find this at elsewhere at the Major Guild in Rolkar. Yeah, you can look that up if you want to find it. But yeah, they're like the only skills I would really worry a lot about. Because Sage's Remedy you'll already have as soon as you complete Wing of the Indrik. Okay, let's move on. Alright, next up, talking about vampires. There's 3 zones in particular you want to take a look at. Rivenspire, Craglorn, and Cold Harbour. There's 2 types of vampires that you'll get. You'll get these like sort of primal Blood Fiend type enemies, and you'll also get the Montclair proper vampire enemies. And they all count for the Endeavour. Where to find them? Moira's Hope, the area east of Camp Temerith over here, and Crestshade. These are all locations that have either Blood Fiends or Montclair vampires, and they all count. This one's probably the quickest to reach of all. I mean, this one's really quick too, but this is usually where I go, because I find most people tend to use Crestshade for their vampirism killing. This one's used a fair bit. This one I find to be not that used that much. So you need 5, and there's about 8 or 10 over here. There's heaps here, and there's tons here too. The other options, Craglorn. So the Spell Fiends in Spellscar count as vampires, and there are fucking shit tons of these things. They are basically the same as the Blood Fiends in appearance. Or not appearance, sorry, but like mechanics and like the way they behave. They just look different. They're like purple instead of red. But they still count. The other option in Cold Harbour, you've got the Great Forge, the Black Forge over here. The first room, when you enter this area, there are about 15 or 20 vampires in there too, and they can be killed for the Endeavour. Getting there, you just come through this area here. It's not along the lava. The regular way in doesn't work. Getting to... Oh yeah, I'll explain that in a minute. The other thing is Orchid over here. This place is full of vampires too. The both types, the Blood Fiends and the regular vampires. So yeah, they all work well. There is a dungeon in Western Skyrim. It's called Castle Thorn. This also has vampires, and it's instant. So no matter what's going on the outside in Overland, you'll just be able to jump in here and kill these vampires every time. You're not going to have to wait for shit to respawn with other players impacting stuff. The only issue is this place is a DLC dungeon, so it's pay-gated. Not everybody's got access to it, I imagine. And these vampires are quite tough to do on your own. With a group, it's pretty easy, but yeah, if you want to do it quick, you kind of don't want to wait for a group anyway. So yeah, all these options are really good. So, reaching the Rivenspire stuff for the first time, my advice is using home tours, either Ravenhurst or Wraithholme. Probably Wraithholme to get to Moira's. And doing that, you'll unlock this Waystone here, which will give you also access over to Camp Tamrith over here relatively quickly. And same with Crestshade. Just come up here, get this Waystone, and you've got easy access to Crestshade. Cold Harbour, it's very similar. Elenir Private Arena and Huckville High Hall. These both are close to Elenir itself, which has a lot of spell fiends in it too. Mostly on the rivers, I find. You can find them. And Spellscar. You just travel east or northwest. Oh, sorry, east. West or northwest. And get over to Spellscar, get these two Wayshrines. Again, easy access to that point. The anomalies... Yeah, these anomalies here, they also spawn shit tons of spell fiends too, as well as the celestial portals that you'll see in the Overland. Yeah, you'll find shit tons of spell fiends here, man. A lot. They're all over the place. In certain areas, but yeah, they're fucking everywhere. And if you want to use Cold Harbour, just use Cold Harbour Surreal Estate to get here. Otherwise, you have to do a lot of quests to get here through the main quest line. Anyway, from here, it's just heading east through here to get to the Black Forge. The only thing is, the Orchid, you can't actually reach here unless you complete the quest in Cold Harbour. You can get someone to bring you over here, though, to this Waystone, if you haven't got it. And then you'll be able to use this from then on. Alright, last of the 4 good options, we've got Crafting with Enchanting. So any combination will work in here. You just need to pair together 3 different rune types that you can use. So let me go through what I think the best things to do for this is. The blue one is a bit different from the other 2. What you want to do, I think, is come to any enchanter in the game, open the store with them, and you only want to buy Jode and Jorah. These can be used at level 1, and they are the cheapest to buy here. For some weird reason, the amount that you pay for these things on guild stores is higher than paying for them here, but they're just more convenient to get here. I don't understand why. Anyway, so yeah, just buy these 2 here. They're the only ones you need, because you can use them regardless of what you've used in the past, or your character level in enchanting or anything. The other 2, you're going to need to either run off and find some runestones. They can give you blue ones, but they don't always. That's why I say you want to buy all the blue ones you need from enchanters. But the green and the circle ones, every time you loot a runestone, you'll get one of these. Or you can just go to guild stores and have a look. So my advice here, for the aspect runes, Jojota only. Tar is more expensive because they're used in writs. Jojota aren't. So Jojota is the cheapest one that you can use, and they are available to use at level 1. So these are great. Only buy these. Blue ones are not too expensive either, but they do need to. You do need to level up enchanting a bit to use them. As far as essence runes go, there's a lot that can be used. Basically, don't use Oko because they're more expensive. Don't use Rakapar because they're fire glyphs and they are more expensive. Also, Mako is a little more expensive, and Denny is also a little more expensive. The other 2 that you never want to use, they're called Hakejo and Indeko. Yeah, so this is why you don't want to use Hakejo. They are approximately 16 to 20 grand each. So yeah, please don't use these, because it's a waste. Indeko are also a couple of thousand gold each. Yeah, most of the other stuff's fair game. The best one I think to use for the green side is, it's called Oru. It's a potion glyph. There are only like very specific builds that would use potion speed to their advantage, and even then, like, you're not really getting much out of it anyway when you can just use infused weapon damage glyphs and shit like that. So yeah, Oru is like almost never used, but anything that's basically like 10 to 15 gold each, they're probably like the best ones to use. Anything above that I wouldn't use. So I've just bought a shit ton of Holoco on this character for any time this endeavor comes up. I'll just use these. But yeah, you can look around. So finding runes to purchase on guild stores, you go to materials, into enchanting, and you can either go all of them or you can choose a specific one that you're looking for example the green ones. So you can see people sell these, they sell one of them, usually people sell them in big stacks, but yeah, you can see Oro here, usually very cheap. Now if you're going to buy a big stack, don't look at the total price, look at the unit price. This is the part that explains how much each item in particular is worth, as opposed to the whole stack. Because you can buy something that's like quite cheap, but the unit price might be really high. So yeah, you just want to be careful there. And yeah, probably Aspect only do Jojota. They're just so cheap. So these Donatos aren't too bad either. Alright, that's everything related to this set. That's pretty straightforward one. But if you have any questions, just let me know. You know how it is. Always here to help you guys. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to your support as always. Take care for now. I'll see you all next time.